Hi, I'm Steffi Starship. I'm from Lebanon, Pennsylvania, and this is my audition tape. Hello! So I'm just out here in the country in the nice hot tub, enjoying the nature, and I'm going to share with you a little bit about some of my accomplishments and what type of person I am. The main thing I want to share to you is my dream. The reason I'm called Starship is because I'm definitely a drifter. I never stay in one place. I get bored very easily. I go from place to place a lot, and I dream very big and very spontaneous. I don't think about the consequences. I kind of just go for it, and that's my path of life. Okay, so ever since I was probably maybe 13 years old, I wanted to be in the entertainment industry, the music industry, the modeling industry. I love it all. I love fashion, I love music, and I love entertaining people to a T. And I'm definitely a drama queen. So my dream has always been to be in one of those industries, and I'm pretty sure you will see me there eventually, if not now. The first thing I did to accomplish this, when I was about 19, I went to Barbizon modeling and acting school and graduated from there. And from there, I got to be a Captain Morgan girl for like the Boardwalk Bashes in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I also met a guy while I was doing Captain Morgan by the name of John Mark, and he is the main owner of Rare Toy Studios. And we started building a friendship, and I ended up going to the Rare Toy Studio mansion and modeling. Then I got to be a promotional model at the Chameleon Club in Lancaster for Evelyn's Ashes and Candlebox. And that was really exciting. I really enjoyed that night. That was a very good night for me. Then I was contacted by Barbizon a little bit later and did a couple fashion runway shows for them. And after that, I met a couple other people and got invited to do a commercial in DC, more of a commercial competition. And that is where I met Mr. Robert Bloom from, he's a producer in New York City. And he invited me to a private party in New York City. It was just producers only, invitation only, and I met a couple really cool people, Neil Rubenstein, Maria Coburn, Tom Waters, that I still keep in contact with to this day. I'm close friends with them on Facebook. Very successful people, very motivational. I was offered by Robert Bloom for him to manage me, but the deal was I had to go move to New York City. And at that time is when I went through a couple struggles with my son, and it just didn't happen then. And I kicked myself a lot for it, but regardless, definitely a lot of other opportunities out there for me. And well, after that, I got noticed by a couple other people and was invited to be an extra on the House of Cards. So I ended up driving, 6 hours in the morning to the set of House of Cards for season 4. And I was one out of about 400 extras. And the first day there, while they were filming, all of a sudden, someone said to me, picked me out of the crowd and said, "We want you." And I was like, "What? You want for what?" Well, here they picked me as the anchor woman for season 4. So I got to go back on the set with Neve Campbell, Robin Wright, Kevin Spacey. Got to go back and eat with them. It was definitely awesome. Like, I was so happy, and I'm very proud of myself for accomplishing that. Very proud of myself. And my dream still remains being in the entertainment industry. I'm not the type of girl that could work a regular 9-to-5 job because I just do not follow the rules. I've lost a lot of jobs because of my personality and my go-getting and just living life to the fullest, I have to put that before anything, even paying the bills. But my dream will come true, and if you don't see this face on the real world, I'm telling you, you definitely will see it somewhere else. Well, if I had to describe myself, I would definitely describe myself as a little bit nutty, cuckoo. What do I mean by that? Well,
I got my name Starship because I'm a little bit out there. Everyone in town knows me by this name, and yeah, I get a little crazy sometimes because I'm very opinionated, and you mix that with a little bit of passionate and you got crazy.
I was raised
That's
by my
me.
great-grandmother, who passed away when I was 15. I never really had parents, so it made me very independent in life. The independent part did start suppressing once I realized what the real world was about and what real people were like. I was sheltered till I was about 15 years old by my great-grandmother, making me think that everything was like it was in the 1930s and 1940s. And then I was on the streets on my own at 15 with a kind heart and went to church my whole entire life. 15 years old, my great-grandmother passed the day after Christmas, and after that I had to live with my father, which we really never had a relationship. I was terrified of him. I mean, as soon as I'd hear his key hit the back door when he got home from work, I'd either act like I was sleeping or run out so I didn't have to be confronted by him. I guess from having to deal with the father I dealt with, it ended up I fell for a guy similar to him without knowing, and it went into having a child that I wasn't ready for, but my heart was ready for it. I didn't have a family, but I knew mentally and physically, like, just financially, all the states, I wasn't ready for a child. And I wasn't ready to be in a relationship because this definitely was not the guy for me. So it went from finding out I was pregnant to him taking my child from me because I didn't want to be in a relationship with him, using it more as a mental thing, you know, blackmailing me that, you know, if I wasn't going to be with him, I couldn't have my child as well, which made me have a very, very big mental breakdown because my heart just broke to the fullest at that point by then. And I ended up having a meltdown and doing some self-harm that I shouldn't have done, and they ended up sending me to a facility to talk to some psychiatrists to get help, and I hated it, you know, because I didn't want to be told what to do. I was on my own since I was 15 years old, so who are you to tell me, now that I'm an adult, what I can and can't do? I overcame that, but I still, now to this day, seclude myself from people. I'm not very trusting of people. I'm very nice to anyone I meet, very, very nice, but I'm the girl that sits back and observes. And if I don't like you, I get very defensive, and I get very opinionated. I have to, you know, hold my own because I feel like I'm on the defense still to this day in my life. I feel like I always have to defend myself and protect myself because no one else is going to do it for me. So I have that edginess to me. But as soon as I feel that energy that you're a nice person and you're not going to hurt me, which it does take a lot to prove that to me for how, you know, skeptical I am towards the human race. But once you do, I'm the best friend ever. I got my Jerry beads with these. Yes, with these. And yes, they're all real.